Okay, so we are back, and hopefully it works this time. So what is going on YouTube? What is going on Facebook? What is going on Raber family? Let's try this again. YouTube watcher, there we go. I'm going to post the link for you. YouTube watcher, if you want to jump up here. The only people I'm bringing up is YouTube watcher and Detroit Soloist. What's going on, Miss Lollipop? So I just posted a link for you, YouTube watcher.
Jeremiah.
What's going on? I cannot hear you. Is my thing messed up again? Let me go into my settings. I don't know why I'm having these issues.
Thanks for joining us for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire tonight. Some of your favorite stars will hop in the hot seat for a chance to win 7 figures for their favorite charities.
1 second here. I don't know why I always have these issues when I'm doing
this. We're back with Canadian American treasure Catherine O'Hara on the show Schitt's Creek. What a fantastic show and what a great story. It started on a small network and then you wound up on Netflix and suddenly became the biggest.
Yeah, can you hear me, Jeremiah?
Thank goodness.
Cannot hear anybody, so I don't know what's going on.
I can hear everybody. I can hear you, Marco.
I can hear you too. Or my headphones in, settings, everything looks good. Audio.
I don't know. He was having problems earlier too.
That is correct.
Less than that. The bad news is the game's about to get a lot harder. Okay.
Let me try now.
3 lifelines.
Can you guys hear me?
Your expert helper, Brad Rutter, the all-time Jeopardy money-winning champion, is now.
You can hear me, YouTube watcher?
Yes.
Maybe he's not.
All right, so I'm gonna have to use this without the headphones.
Okay. So, I was gonna say we could hear. I can hear everybody. I don't know. You got a headphone problem?
Yeah, my headphones. They worked up until today. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it was doing the same thing earlier before YouTube crashed.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Jeremiah, you guys can hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Got you, Marco.
Oh, thanks so much. Jeremiah, I don't know if you remember me. I talked to you, I think, last week.
I remember, yes.
Yeah, from Detroit.
Yep.
Yep. I actually wore my shirt, the paranormal shirt. Why I wore it, I just wore it today, so it's kind of funny how we talked about it last week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So,
I actually hit. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to say something different.
No, go ahead. It's your show.
I was just going to say we are waiting on Detroit Soloist to come in. Detroit is one who actually works up on Skid Row, and she's also adopted. So there you go, Detroit. So Marco, what this video is going to be about, this one here for right now, is I'm going to have Detroit Soloist and YouTube watcher up here, and we're going to have a conversation about what's coming tomorrow. It's about adoption.
Oh, okay. So, well, that's fine.
So that's what this panel is going to be about here.
Yeah. And if you want to ask somebody else it's actually going to talk about that too, that's fine too. So
no, it's just going to be the ones that are up here right now. So, Detroit, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
So, YouTube watcher is adopted.
See.
And Detroit is adopted. I'm adopted. And what my goal is I want to do a video. I have numerous people that are going to be on tomorrow. It's strictly going to be the people that are adopted that are going to be on. And we're going to bring awareness to, or I call it awareness. A lot of people don't understand like what is in the back of our minds at all times, 24/7, every day. So I just figured I would bring you guys up here so we can actually let the people know kind of like what they can expect for tomorrow. So if Detroit, YouTube, if you guys want to add anything.
Well, I just wanted to say that I really want to thank you, first of all, Jeremiah, for making this available
Mhm.
I don't know anything like this ever. I just want to say that, and this is for the people that are listening also, that adoption has always been about the people adopting the child, or you know, and you rarely hear about the children now that have been adopted. And I'll hear a lot of people say, things like, I was the chosen one, I was blessed to be picked, and yeah, and I'm not going to say that that was yes or no. I don't think that that's what adopted children think at all. What we're trying to figure out is,
what are we supposed to do now?
What do we do? Yeah, what do we do once we've been adopted? There's so many different things, and I know that you're going to touch on so many different things, Jeremiah, so I'm just going to leave that for tomorrow. But I just want to say, for anyone that's out there listening, for people on the panel, and once again, I want to thank you, Jeremiah. This is an opportunity for our voices to be heard, instead of where I hear a lot of people brag about or say that, I just adopted these kids from such and such place, or now I just, expanded my family. I just want us to be able to, finally speak.
Yeah, how do the adopted kids feel when they're grown up and adult?
Exactly.
How is it for us to cope and deal when everybody else is not adopted? It
right.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys feel like there's still a part of you missing if you're looking for that parent? You feel like there's an emptiness at all, or?
No, I met my mom. I can't stand her.
And I didn't feel empty. When I met my biological mother, I felt the same as I did now, is the same that since she's been dead and gone. And, those feelings, nothing goes away. That's the weird part about being adopted. I don't care if the person died or not. You're still stuck in the same rim of that same moment when you found out that you were adopted. Nothing. The only thing I will say is this. This is what messes up everything for me in my life. And I just wonder how it is for everybody else. I always say, if my own mother or parents didn't want me, then why would I feel like somebody else would? And that's where I always sit on, and that's where I stand. And all of my choices and decisions that I've made throughout my life was based on how I felt about being adopted, never based on what's in front of me.
Now, I've talked to so many kids that are, not just kids, but people that are adopted over the years. And every single one of them says the exact same thing. They always wonder, what if? What if I was not adopted? What if I was adopted into a loving family? You know what I mean? It's like always something in the back of your mind. And it's I don't know how it is for you guys, but for me, it's like it just makes me feel like I'm not good enough, because which I know I am, but yet there is that small little thought that's always back there. I'm not good enough because that's why I was adopted.
Absolutely.
See, I'm a little different though. So I know what if I wouldn't have been adopted, I know what would have happened to me. I know my mom, I know my brother, I know where I would have grown up. I know that I was adopted into a much more wholesome family that didn't have the problems that my biological family had. And I was probably better off being adopted, but that doesn't erase all the little bullshit that I had to grow up with in my mind, And
I agree with you. Mm-hmm.
I agree. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Jeremiah. No, I was going to say, I agree with him. That was my life. My mother had 6 children. I was the third one born and the only one that she gave away. When I look back at how they were raised and how they lived, of course I would go with the adopted people, but like him, I would have been entirely different too. But at the same time, I'm still different because there's a void that's missing. I'm still hurt. Nothing can replace that. Nothing. I'm just so glad that Jeremiah just opened up this opportunity to speak, because you know what? As I get older, I keep thinking like I'm past that stage of, feeling like I want to jump off of a cliff, or not wake up in the morning, or I don't want to talk about it. I really thought that I was past all that, but I'm not.
Now what is your
have down moments?
What is your viewpoint now, you guys, as far as wanting to adopt somebody? Does that change your opinion on that at all?
Oh,
you know, say if you want to adopt somebody, would it be something that you wouldn't do?
I would adopt as many.
Yes, it was something.
I would love to.
Me too. Me too.
Good for you.
I've got three little hellions. I'm not adopting nobody's kids.
Well, you two watch it, of course. I mean, if they're like you, I can understand.
Yes, absolutely. I would adopt, and I encourage people that watch carefully now. That nobody's perfect, but stability plays a big role, and you have to be be stable within yourself. I don't care if we move homes and stuff like that. I don't care about that. If we broke, I don't care about that. Just be stable within yourself so that I understand what's going on, and it doesn't always feel like I'm the problem. It's me. But yes, absolutely, and I encourage people to go out and adopt. Yes.
I know I was kind of kidding around a minute ago. But in all seriousness, if I was financially capable, I would adopt all the damn kids. Really. Because I feel personally like I would understand how it is to be adopted and maybe try to help them through that process with, you know, some of my own internal shortcomings or whatever you want to call it, you know?
Right.
Cause it's tough. I don't, you know, it's tough growing up in a family that isn't quote unquote your family. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's hard.
Well, can I ask you guys a question? How do you guys feel as far as the government's involvement like this, for example? Once you've been adopted and your adopted family has all passed away, because I noticed that most people that adopt people are usually older. So then you come into a family and let's say they all passed away, like my family. Okay, which leaves me now with no extended family, and I have children and grandkids. You see what I'm saying? So do you feel as though that the government should at least acknowledge that once the people that adopted you have passed on, and then that immediately family has passed on, that there should be some type of connection to some type of family, something? I have nothing. I have nothing, you guys. Nobody. Just me and my kids and my grandkids. And because their father just died and all of his family died, that's it.
I'm in the same boat. I don't have a whole heap either, and no family that I'm willing to let help. So
that's part.
Yeah, me and my kids' mom, we do it all by ourselves, you know.
Well, Jeremiah, maybe you started something. Maybe we should all just be the extended family.
Hey, you see me on here a lot. I mean, I look at, and as dumb as this sounds, to the people who have never been adopted, like me as an adopted person, I'm always looking for that connection with as many people as I can, because I just want to, I just want to feel accepted, because I feel like I was not accepted as a young kid. So now I probably take it overboard now as an adult, because I still have that in the back of my mind. But that's why
you've been training yourself to do it your entire life, Jeremiah. Right?
Yeah.
So I want to address this comment here. Amber said, I'm considering adoption. What do you wish your adoptive parents did or said to help you feel better or feel at peace? Well, I can very easily answer that one. I was adopted in a family where they had 2 of their own and they adopted 5, and the 5 kids that were adopted did not get treated the same as their own kids. So if you have kids of your own, make sure you treat them all the same.
I have a suggestion for people that want to adopt. Don't adopt when you're old. Like Detroit was saying, most people that adopt are older. My mom passed away when I was 13. My dad died when I was 3. Okay? So they adopted me, and I got shoved off onto my siblings to care for. You know what I mean? Don't adopt when you're old.
And I would just like to say that, yeah, I agree with both of you guys' responses were beautiful. I would like to say this. I didn't.
Of course you do. We're adopted.
I didn't find out until my parents actually adopted me and another girl. and I'll save that for the show tomorrow. But suggestion to the person that just made that comment, you know what? Always be honest with the person that's been adopted, because the worst thing you want to ever do to us is hide and lie to us. Because once you do that, there should be another thing that's called like distrust. It's something that goes way past that for us. And so I didn't find out till I was almost 15. Yeah.
You'll never have the same relationship ever again.
I lived 15 years thinking those were my parents. And when I found out, to this day, I mean, be honest.
So you guys would rather have known right from the get-go at the time they adopted, rather than be told later on.
I knew from the get-go. I did know.
I knew. Yeah, he's like, we know, because you know it's an instinct thing. We know. So just go ahead and just tell us. Tell us what's missing for us, because we know that something's missing.
Yep.
They know that something's not right.
Yeah.
That's right. When you're the only one in the baby pictures and you don't have blonde hair and you got different color eyes, you know.
Something's wrong. On that note, hey guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. Jeremiah, thanks for having me on today. I'll be watching tomorrow for you guys. So, Detroit, are you from Detroit, or is that just your name?
What happened now?
Are you from Detroit? Detroit Solis?
My adopted mother was from Detroit.
Oh, I see.
And so, yeah. So, you know, and it's just, you know, it's a nickname of mine. I love everything about my adopted mother. And anything that had to do with my biological mother, I just go the opposite way.
I see.
But I like what you said about when you start looking at the pictures. In my case, my biological mother looked more like Jeremiah. So I knew, we can all see me real clearly, I knew that something wasn't quite right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking, guys, I'm something ain't right.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Marco, Detroit also works up on Skid Row.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, no, not just work, but I'm from Skid Row.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, I'm from Skid Row. I've been off and on Skid Row since 1981, and so I'm one of the people that when people walk by and you just see the person laying on the street and half up under the tree and on the concrete, and you just step over him like, oh my God, that was me.
Oh yeah. I'm from Detroit, so that's why I'm asking. So
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'll let you go. Have a good evening. Jeremiah, see you guys.
Thanks for coming up here.
Yep. See you later.
Oh,
and I'm going to say this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say this real quick. Do you see, and this is for the people that are listening, do you see how quickly when he just said goodbye and it just went down to the three of us? And my whole body didn't like the goodbye. That's one thing about being adopted. It's like you start to feel like you're losing something. As soon as something disappears, you suffer a horrible loss. And it could be something simple as that, and people don't know that. And then I noticed that I start acting really weird, and people are like, well, what's wrong? I don't have time to explain to them that I've been adopted, and so when people leave, you know, I have a problem with being separated from. But see, that attachment to that man already was like, you know, now he's gone, and I just felt a deep emptiness all of a sudden, and I had to pick myself back up.
Emo, is that you?
Probably not.
You motherfucker!
No, that wasn't Emo. Anybody looking to adopt kids, get ready for depression, get ready to, you know, just find your kid somewhere crying, huddled up in the fetal position in a closet somewhere because they don't want you to talk to them about it because you don't understand.
Yeah.
This is something that they have to get through it on their own, or find some other adopted people for them to talk to, because it's not something you're going to understand unless, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so, please do not adopt because you feel as though there's something missing in your life or in your family's life and you need something to replace that. Like, don't do that. That, you know, I was the super glue.
I've learned to replace. See? That's how we grow up. You know, you get depressed
Yeah.
You got that missing feeling in your life all your life, and you find comfort elsewhere.
That's right.
But for those that are adopting people, please just don't go adopt a child because you feel as though you've done everything else in your marriage and in your relationship, and maybe because you couldn't have kids, maybe that's what you want to do. Like, really do that because you really want a child in your life. Adoption is not nothing to play with. I think that it was a word that for up until right now, that has just been something that, you know, we've had in this nation, and we just, you know, we do it. You know, we want to adopt, we want to take care, we want to nurture, and something happens between the adoption and the nurturing and the taking care of. I didn't feel nurtured, and I felt like I had and needed everything that I needed and wanted at that time, but I didn't feel I didn't feel wanted, you guys. I didn't feel. Let me just cut it right there. I didn't feel.
You turned the feels off.
Didn't feel.
There's like a wall right there.
Yeah.
Hey, and I guarantee you, all three of us could meet somebody, be best friends with them for 2 years, and let them go at the drop of a hat.
100%. 100%.
Yep.
I find myself, I probably could walk away from my own kids at the drop of the hat. And I shouldn't feel like that though. I don't feel like a connection. Like when I'm a female, so women are always like, oh, I had my baby, I was holding my baby after my baby was born, I felt so connected. I was like, well, shit. I kept asking the doctor, when is this connecting feeling about to kick in? Gosh.
Man, if we do this panel tomorrow, I'm gonna cry like a bitch.
Oh, I know I'm gonna cry. I feel like crying right now.
Yeah.
I feel closer to you and Jeremiah right now than I felt closer to anything in the past 5 years. And believe it or not, I know this sounds corny, but when we get off of here, I'm gonna feel. You know, I'm gonna suffer. I'm gonna feel that loss. You understand what I'm saying? Because
I'm gonna drink these beers so fast.
I'm gonna go in the room at night, pretend like this didn't just happen. Like, what happened to my two brothers that was just on there?
Turn the feels back off.
So when we do this video tomorrow, we're gonna hopefully everyone is willing to kind of go into a little depth as this. I mean, you don't have to give your story if you don't want to, but what I'm hoping is people will open up some. You know what I mean? To a certain extent on their on their feelings more than what we have today. And there's gonna be more people on here tomorrow. It might actually be at the point where I have to switch people around every so often. But
I hope so.
I hope so too, because it would probably be needed. I think that I know that I would need a break.
Yeah. I have numerous people that message me on my fan page. They want to be a part of this tomorrow. So just working on I'm just trying to work with everybody, trying to make it work for as many people as I can.
What time?
That we can figure that out right now.
And Jeremiah and I invite you to, because you're putting this together, and I really have a lot of respect for you and admiration. And I just suggest this, being your adopted sister over here, that please take care of yourself too. Because people don't know this, that even going into this right now, it's like taking the Band-Aid off of an old wound. And so just please.
I was thinking about the same time tomorrow.
Okay.
That lets people get off of their, their jobs that they can supposedly.
Okay. So are you guys on the East Coast or where?
I'm Central Time.
I'm on the West Coast.
I'm on the West as well. So we could make it 4:30, 5 o'clock, around 5 o'clock tomorrow.
5 o'clock would be cool.
Okay.
West Coast.
Yes. West Coast.
So that would be what, 6 o'clock for you.
7.
7. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine by me though.
Unless you want a different time.
I'm good with 7.
Okay. So
and I hope people that are out there that are listening, really, if you have any questions, there's nothing that you couldn't ask us. You could always ask an adopted kid anything. We don't, that's not what hurts us the most is the questions that people didn't ask us. So please ask us. Please join in tomorrow. Please ask us whatever you want.
Tell you, if anybody ever wondered the difference between nature versus nurture, you're going to find out tomorrow.
Yes.
That is right.
And I guarantee you it's about 50-50.
I always say, people that say, are you adopted? I said, no, I'm adapted. I'm adapted.
People ask me, and I'm like, nope, I'm a product of society.
See?
You know? Hey, I got a stupid question. Well, not stupid. I got a random question for you guys.
Okay.
How many other parents did you call mom and dad?
More than I can count with 2 hands.
I didn't. I only one woman that adopted me and only one man that adopted me. They've always to this day just been my mother. I have never called anybody else mother or father.
You did no, I mean you didn't call your friends mom or dad. You know what I mean? Like I always did.
Same here, and just like my eye on you, which you know who that is, YouTube watcher. You know, I look at them as my parents. There's a whole there's more than 10 people that I could count right now that I would consider my parents.
That's interesting.
That's why I say I'm a product of society, because you got to understand, my mom died when I was 13, dad died when I was 3. So I had to kind of look at my friends' parents for guidance.
I think I'm so angry to where I feel like when I hear the word mom or dad, I immediately go to my adopted parents, and they're both, gone. And it's too hard. It's so painful. I couldn't even imagine. I think I said my mom's name for the first time on Mother's Day the other day when I was walking and I was sharing with my daughter about something. And I said, my mom. And but I said the word mom. I didn't say my mom. I said mom. I hadn't said that word since 1988 when my mom died. But I can't. I take it so seriously. I can't. I wish I could. I can't.
We all go down a little different path. We're still close enough. You're not far off the other path.
I wonder if they ever thought about having like an adoption convention where people like us get together and we could just fall into that place and just be like, hey, how you feeling this year?
I'm sure there's been conventions like that around the U.S. I don't know of any, but I mean, there's conventions for everything. So
right. I used to just always think that, like, I wonder why somebody wouldn't create an adoption convention where you go there, you meet people, share your stories. People talk about different things. Whatever's available for us out there, whatever books, et cetera, and and maybe meet every year. And it gives you an opportunity for a person like me who has very little family to just start to connect so that I don't always feel like I'm disconnected from something. I always just thought about that. I think that's why I stayed in homelessness so long. I believe that's why I stayed on Skid Row for so long, because at least the people down there felt like family.
Hey, I just popped in and looked at the chat real quick, and Noli D, I love you. Okay. Hey, if y'all don't know who Noli D is, man, she's an awesome person.
She is, and I'm actually going to be doing like one of those interview things with her on whatever.
Oh, you got? Yeah, that's good.
So cool. That'll be fun. That is so true. Like, this is actually so true right here.
I'm gonna tell you, when I first heard Jeremiah's story on Breaking Amish, and he just broke down and he talked about, I was doing something, I don't remember what I was doing, but I had the TV on. When that part came up, you know how it is when you hear the word adoption, you already now done drew a whole bunch of conclusions before you even hear the person's story, because you're already saying to yourself, they better get this one right. And as he was talking, I almost fell down to my knees. I just cried. I said, I knew it was something about him. I knew it. I knew that there was a connection somewhere, and I just couldn't figure it out. And I said, there it is. He was adopted. I just wanted to come through the TV and just, you know, let him know, I get it. I get it. And it just changed my life. And I've been talking about that for years now, since he did it. And my kids are still saying, I remember the day when you said it, Mom. They just looked at me like, but I'm talking to him about it now. Right. And this is like a miracle to me.
We're all here to help each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So don't be here to help me, damn it. Let's help other people. I'm old enough now. I know how I deal with it. You know what I mean? We got to help these young kids that are getting adopted not feel the way we feel. You know, we don't want them to be depressed. We want to help these parents out there that are thinking about adopting kids. Yeah. We need to bring awareness to the situation, but I'm not here for the help. I'm here to help. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Here to help.
Exactly. But what I mean by we're here to help each other, we're here for each other.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. You call me, I'll let you cry on my shoulder all night about it. Either one of y'all.
This is really helping me because, you know, to be honest, like there's two sides to this. You know, there's two sides to this where I wouldn't trade my life for nothing in the world. If somebody said, okay, let's redo it, and you're not going to be the one that's being adopted, we'll pick somebody else. I'm like, no, me. No.
Yep. I'd carry the burden again.
I'd carry it again too.
Yep.
I just want to help the other person that, you know what, I like what you said. Look, I think that the people that are doing the adopting actually need more of the help than what we do, because we understand it. It's the people that's doing the adopting that really don't understand that there's more to it than to just to tell the kid, you know, like, well, you're a part of our family too, and we love you just the same. You know what? Right when you just said that, you just
also, you know.
Yeah. Right. And we love you too.
Yeah, like why do we need to be also included, Ma?
Exactly.
That is so true. You know, it's like,
you might not understand this now, but we chose you. Bullshit.
Yeah, right.
You know,
okay,
that always bothered me when I heard it growing up. It bothered the hell out of me.
Yeah, it does. It does. Because it's not about us. See, it was never about being chosen for adoption. See, first of all, you shouldn't have to choose me to do nothing, you know. And it's not about you wanting me to adopt me. It's the point that I'm adopted, and now what? Please tell me the truth. Like, your marriage is falling apart. You couldn't have kids, and so this is why I'm here. Just tell me the truth. So when you guys are arguing, it doesn't feel like maybe I'm the problem. I would have felt a lot better just knowing that, no, you know, we wanted you here because, you know, our marriage wasn't doing too well, and things weren't great. And I did want another child and couldn't have one. And so now when you guys are arguing, maybe I can go in there and remind you that, remember why you adopted me? Like, can I use this moment so you guys don't have to argue right now?
And see, for me, like, which I don't want to go into too many details, but for me, I can promise you that every time I got treated a little differently, I felt it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Where most kids that aren't adopted would not notice it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong on that, but.
No, you're right. No, as an adopted kid, you know, you're feeling stuff while you're asleep. You know everything. As soon as you get it's like life is right there in your face. And I like what he was saying about the feelings, because, you know, the whole time that I was young and I was adopted, I didn't feel nothing. I remember I never did even cry, you guys. I never cried. My parents never saw me cry. I hate that they died.
They never saw you cry.
They never saw me cry.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, that was a private cry.
You're right. Every time, I don't care if I fell down or hurt myself.
Me too.
They never saw me cry. And I really hate that they passed away. And I'm thinking to myself, like, did these people know that I really did have tears?
If I hurt myself, they saw it when I was a kid, but they never saw me cry about what was bothering me, the feelings I was trying to let go of, you know?
Right.
And Detroit, that right there is why people cut as well, because some people cannot cry. So that when they cut, which I've done that is me shedding my tears. So
I've carved my name in my arm.
97 stitches.
Yep.
97. I went into.
It's all right. It's not just the slicing, you know. It's like I got this piercing. You know, I used to have my ears stretched out too. You know, I used to have a 00. It's all good.
Mine's 0.
Right. You know, I mean, we all do it in different ways.
That's right.
Tattoos help when you're an adult.
This arm's covered.
No, you run.
This arm's covered from here all the way up to my shoulder. I got one here, got one here, got one here, got one on my chest here. The one on my chest is actually a sword stabbing right into my heart with blood running down. And then I have one on my leg. So. But yeah, I don't want to give too much away as far as what's coming tomorrow.
A lot more tomorrow.
That's right. And tomorrow we're going to
this conversation can go on for hours, and it would be fresh, new material for the entire show. So.
That's right. And we're going to go as long as it takes.
Yeah.
So
I think, you know, I really want to thank you for this, Jeremiah. This is not just educational, but it's very therapeutic. This is something that I can honestly say I've never experienced in my life. This was needed. You know, like, this is so needed. I'm ready for it. Like, I'm really ready for it. And I know that if it becomes too much and you guys see me click off, it was just because it was just too much. I'm going to have to click off. I'll let you know.
Harley,
because
give me a second.
I'm going to a place where I've just never been before. You know, I just recently knew what emotions and feelings were. You know, I'm an actress, and like they'll ask you to pull from a feeling. I'm thinking, and what feeling? Here comes the acting part. Like, oh, you're a great actress. I would have to be.
Which feeling?
Right. Exactly. Like, exactly.
So is there anything else you guys want to add on to this?
Oh yeah, plenty. But I mean, you know, thought we were doing this tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as
you know,
anything you guys want to put out there.
I just hope that for the public, I just would want to say that once again, I want to exaggerate that. I hope that people don't hold back on the questions. If you want to know anything about, you know, being adopted or adoption or anything, you know, I'm here, and me personally, I would give you my honest opinion. And I would, you know, you ask me like my mom used to always say, if you're old enough to ask me the question, then you're old enough to get the right answer from me. So, and if you know somebody that's been adopted, or if you're thinking about adoption, please join us tomorrow. Please invite other people to come and listen. And because maybe they may know something that they can say to us that we didn't know, because we don't have all the answers. We're still looking for answers.
Now, with that said, I do know some adopted people that totally think the opposite of what we're talking about. Never wanted to meet their parents, always accepted, you know, that story. So, yeah.
And I hope that those people come on tomorrow, because like I said, you know, we're still searching and seeking, you know, looking for answers and looking for ways to feel better about ourselves and feel better about the situations that we've been in. So I just, you know, I really hope that people join Jeremiah's channel. Tomorrow, this is like it's a privilege and it's an honor. It's going to be very educational, and I'm looking forward to every bit of it.
So I have, I'm not sure exactly. Okay, so I see. So this is what Noli D just said.
I couldn't see that. I'm sorry, y'all.
So that was in response to what YouTube Watcher said. How some people are totally opposite that are adopted.
Oh, I know another guy that's adopted that will argue with me all day long about our feelings on adoption and growing up adopted and being depressed about it or not, or any other thing. Yeah, totally know a guy. Not giving him the link. Sorry. I beat that dead horse. I don't want to, you know, I'm not waking a sleeping dog. You know?
Exactly.
Well, you know what? Yeah. That's just like, you know what? And I tell people all the time, you know what that's like? And you know people that are alcoholics that'll tell you that they're not drunk either. The alcohol ain't bothering me. They're not drunk.
Oh, shit. No, I wasn't drunk. I've been on Jeremiah's panel smashed. No. You couldn't tell me a thing while I'm drunk. No.
So I know that so that talking about adoptions to some people is like the same thing. Like they'll say, you know, oh, it's great, never had a problem. What's the big deal? And like I said, and I know people that are drunk and have killed up families and will still tell you that it wasn't because of the alcohol. I know better than that. You know, there are some amazing people out there that have been adopted and you know, and I don't want people to get the wrong impression that everybody that's been adopted, even though if you do suffer from depression and it's hard to deal with, we're still successful people.
So this right here, that is so true.
We're still successful people. We still live in functioning homes. We still have children that excel, you know, but it still just doesn't take away from the feeling of being adopted.
And you know what's crazy? I never realized that this many people are on my Facebook and YouTube that are adopted. I never realized it.
Yeah, because
there's not many times that we get to talk about it. We're always talking about whatever we're, you know, what page we're in on Facebook or YouTube or whatever.
True.
How many places do you know of that you can find adopted people?
I still believe like I said, when Jeremiah talked about that on that show, I believe that there were not just me, but a whole bunch of people that had been adopted. And I feel like that was the moment where they said, that's me. Because we're on TV, do you really hear people talking about it like he did? You don't. And I believe that's why you have a lot of people on there. Mm-hmm.
That was the very first time that I really actually broke down and literally bawled my eyes out. And that actually was just 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everybody go find that clip and drop links in the comments. Come on now.
They need to. You need to find the clip and watch it.
I actually thought about bringing up that clip. I really did, because it's actually where I broke down. I kept looking at my wife and like in my mind, I was screaming to her, tell me to stop, but I couldn't stop talking. I just kept going on and on. It's like, but afterwards, you know, it was like, it was a relief in a way, but in another way, it made me put up an extra wall.
Jeremiah, can I be honest? I haven't seen the clip.
You haven't? Oh, wow.
No, I started watching it in the first couple seasons, and I moved on. I don't know, whatever.
No, it's understandable.
Yeah, I'm not a woman. A lot of ladies like it. I mean,
that is true.
You've even said that, Jeremiah. That's why I said that.
87 or 7% of the people on my fan page are women.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, I believe that if you see that clip, well, you know, you already know, you know, because like I said,
I don't need
we've been adopted people.
I know the feels, man. I know the feels.
But for people that really don't have a clue, and like I said, if you're wanting to adopt or you've been adopted, I please invite you to watch that clip of Jeremiah, because even if you've been adopted, you'll find yourself in that clip. And then for those people that are looking to adopt, you will see what you're in for. Please watch it, guys. Please watch.
That was the first time that I actually talked about being a cutter, because it actually.
Look at this. That's why I'm not I don't want nobody else's kids. Look at this. I got my own problems.
Oh, shit. But no, that in that clip that we're talking about, YouTube Watcher, that was the first time that I actually revealed to anybody really that I do some cutting, because I lifted my shirt and on my stomach it said worthless. I had carved worthless into my stomach.
Yeah, I've carved my name in my arm.
Yep.
I used to carve on my parents' table. My mom's like, you know, I used to carve. My mom said, if I come in here and catch one more man's name on my table, I was carving all kind of sexy celebrities' names and stuff. My mom was like, Michael Landon. I was like, Mom, the table came like that. No.
Michael Landon.
Michael Landon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
here's for you, YouTube Watcher.
What I do? Oh, hell yeah, Raz.
What happened?
Rather step on that donut. He said, I'd rather step on that donut than a Lego.
Well, you see that whatever you said, whoever dropped that on the floor, you know who that shout out. No, you watch this. So if you have an adopted kid already, and then you adopt the other one, whoever came second, right? So you know that donut on the floor, I'm going to get blamed for that because I was adopted first. You know better because you came here first.
Oh boy. But anyhow, I think I'm going to end this because I'm streaming to YouTube and Facebook.
Okay.
I'll probably end up coming back strictly on YouTube, and we're just going to have a normal talk about whatever comes to mind.
Oh, the normal show. Okie dokie.
The normal show.
That's right.
The normal adopted show.
That's right. But yeah, there's going to be a few more people on tomorrow whenever we do the show. So hopefully everyone is up and ready for all that.
And please, people, please, whoever's out there, please invite your friends, your families, people that have adopted, people that have been adopted. Put the word out there because this helps us grow too. This helps us get through and past the things that we're still having to deal with. And I know there's more answers out there, so please join us tomorrow. Please.
And here's the thing. I'm gonna say something. For anybody who comes up on panel, okay? If they want to live stream to their own channel, go for it.
Wow.
So
I'll tell you, I bit my tongue a few times already tonight, so not to talk about everything that we have to talk about.
Yep.
Right.
As a certain class of people.
Right.
Right.
So, YouTube Watcher, you do videos as well, right?
Nah.
Nah.
Okay.
I mean, I put a few up there, but I'm
mostly a watcher, you know? You'll find me on the occasional panel acting like an idiot, but yeah, I watch a lot.
Right.
Warrior.
I made most of my videos private under the advisement of someone. And yeah, you can go look at all my like videos though. There's 5,000 or so.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I share my like videos, I think.
So yeah, I mean, if you wanna live stream tomorrow when you're on here, go for it.
Okay.
I'm not worried about it. I'll find it on your channel.
I'm just trying to get the word out to as many people as possible. That's all I care about.
Yeah, and I am too. You know,
I'll definitely share the link to a few people. Not that one person.
I'm gonna send this out. But once again, to everybody that's out there watching, the people that will watch after this is over with, please join us tomorrow. Please, this is a very serious matter, really. Adoption, and I'm telling you, we have some knowledge from our experiences, and I know that we're open to other suggestions that can help us move on through things in our lives that has stifled me for many years. So please join us. Jeremiah, thank you so much for
like
making
Detroit
this
said
possible.
earlier, the question, ask whatever questions. No question is going to be taboo to most of us. I can guarantee that also.
That's right.
Personal questions, of course, might be, But
I don't care
yeah.
about the personal questions. Ask me. I need people to ask me personal questions because they don't.
Well, I mean, nobody needs to know your full name and address and birthday and all that other crap, right? So, absolute, personal shit, nobody's going to answer. But if something seems like maybe it's taboo, ask it, because we'll probably most of us answer the question.
YouTube watcher, I don't want your name and address and stuff. Just give me your credit card number, social security number.
Oh.
And then by the time that he gets it, you'll be adopted and be a whole different name anyway, so it won't matter.
You know what's funny about that is the way I was adopted, I could ask which social security number and which name.
Well, I just found out that my name was spelled differently. So, and look how old I am, and I just found out that my name was actually not spelled the way that it was on my birth certificate. So I don't even know who I am.
Right. I have two names. The name that I have now isn't the name I was born with.
Mine either.
See?
There's only about five. There's only about 5 people that know what my real name was. So.
But see, we don't even know who we are. But you guys tune in tomorrow anyway. We'll figure it out.
I met my biological family.
I met mine, and I don't go by my legal name anyway most of the time. You're more likely, if you saw me walking on the street, to say, "Hey, YouTube watcher," I'm more likely to spin around and say, "Hey," than I am with my actual legal name.
Oh wow!
Like no shit. Like I've gone by nicknames my whole life. I've never enjoyed my name. But, that's a story for another day.
That's right.
Tune in tomorrow to get the rest of that one.
Tomorrow we're going to have more people on than we did today. I can promise you that. Oh, we lost Detroit.
Uh-oh.
Which is
I
fine.
didn't do it. Wasn't my fault.
It is, because you're adopted.
Oh, yeah.
But, oh, there she is. She's back.
Blame the orphan, yeah.
But anyhow, I think I'm going to end this. And then tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Western, or whatever the heck you want to call the West Coast.
you're right.
We'll be back back in.
It's Pacific.
Pacific?
Yeah. Pacific, Mountain, Central, Eastern.
All I know is West Coast and East Coast.
West Coast. Hey, left coast. That's right. Left coast, baby. Left coast.
What the heck?
I watch entirely way too much YouTube.
So before I go,
yes,
are we going to be talking and addressing like the celebrities who have been adopting children throughout the years? I was just curious. I hope we bring that up.
I got an idea for you, Jeremiah. If you kill the live stream, we can talk privately on the StreamYards about this after the live stream's killed. Maybe we could talk about a few, key subjects or whatever like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So when I do that, all I got to hit is end broadcast, correct?
Actually, the same thing you did earlier, because I was backstage when YouTube crashed. I was backstage for a few minutes, and I had sent you a message, said, "Hey, I'm backstage."
I didn't even see that.
Oh, you didn't even look at the private chat. Okay.
I was the adopted kid there by itself once again.
There I am, being left alone again. Thanks a lot, Jeremiah.
Dang, we didn't even know you were in there.
I started freaking out because I was watching the chat like on my phone as well.
I know, and YouTube was crashing right then, and it was all happening. Crazy. I know. I'll swallow my heart.
He says, I got all scared. Like we do, we just get left at it. And then we become very resourceful. I just hope people really don't think that adopted people are not smart, intelligent, resourceful people. We actually are. I had to become very resourceful. I've had to become a lot of what I really didn't want to because of being adopted. So I hope
there's quite a few famous adopted people that are well-to-do.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
we'll talk about that in the private chat.
However you did a minute ago, how you killed the live stream earlier. Yeah, I think I guess it in broadcast, but you keep the StreamYards.
So Detroit, if you just want to stay on as well.
Okay.
We are going to end this. So thanks to everybody who jumped on here.
Thank you, everybody.
Hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow. So until then, stay positive. Keep looking forward, because that's the only way you're going to get anywhere in life. Peace.
Toodaloo.